Beep. What's up, ninjas? In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys a technique that you're going to use in your music so that when you play your song out live and you have the crowd, they're going to be there. They're going to be filled with tension, suspense. They're going to be like, give it to me, give it to me. And you're going to hold out on it. You're going to make it sound dark. And eventually you're going to give it to them. Or they're going to say, take my phone, take my wallet, take my wife. And in order for you to like drop it, okay? And this technique is going to sound like this, okay? And you're going to use it in your breakdowns, okay? So incoming volume increase in 1, 2, 3, boom. There it is. Drop it, master. Drop the song. Drop it. Drop it. And then you break the tension. Break it.
Rave till death. Fuck daylight.
All right, so what we're talking about today are what I would call suspended chords. So anytime you're in the studio with an artist, a singer, and they're like, John, make it dark, be bad boy, then you can rely on this, okay? Okay, so by default, in order to create a chord, right, for this, we're going to be in E minor. To create a chord, I'll be like, all right, you count 1, 2, leave, 1, 2. You're going to have the basic E minor chord, the triad, the threes, and you can always extend it by doing 1, 2, up more, okay? However, if we stay here, we have access to move this note either up or down, and that puts us in suspended chord territory. Advanced music for, I'm kidding, it's not, I think it's advanced for what you need to know. But the suspended chords just sound very dark. They create a lot of suspense. If you guys know the song by the Prodigy, here, follows the same suspended theory, which is where at first here, right, we know how to make chords now. You're either moving it down, 1, where if you want that normal C minor chord, it needs to be here. But they're going down and up. And then they're going up to the 4, suspended 4th, suspended 2nd, suspended 4th. And that's literally this whole progression in their break. Bottom note stays the same. If this was just, let's say, normie, it would sound like this. This is where I learned suspended chords in a very practical manner, just by hearing the song going, why does this sound the way it does? And we can do the same exact thing for our music in our own way, you know, flip it to what we want to do. So knowing that we created a normal chord here, all I have to do is move this by 1. Sounds dark. I can leave it here. It's fine. And I can also move it 1 up. So, knowing that, one of the easiest things you can do for a break is move between these notes. So every time you play the chord, it start to go boom, boom. Maybe like resolve back, relieve the tension, put it there again. This note, this middle note, which is what it should be at. This is the basic chord. All we're doing is moving up by 1. Now it's going to sound like this. Let's take it up a notch, because this is the part of the tutorial where I'm going to teach you something where I don't know what I'm fucking doing, but it sounds good and the way I like to think about it, okay? So that was cool, but now, right, we're leading to a buildup, right? We're leading to the moment where that acid's about to come in. You know, there's a part where people are going to, oh, shit, you know, I'm going to buy a Paradox 6, or they're going to be in the crowd and you're going to be like, hell yeah, let's go, you know? But the way we get there, we need to really make it feel bigger. So the way we can make it feel bigger is by adding more frequency, more notes, higher range, etc. Right? So the first thing is when it comes to chords, you learn the theory, right? You learn that, oh, you know, you do this and you create your normal standard chord. But from there, you can start to move notes around if you feel. And if it sounds good, it sounds good. So one of the things I'll do is, like, for instance, I know I need to hit here, here. This note in particular, maybe I move it here or here, and I see how it sounds. That sounds good. I still have the E, the F sharp, and the G. I asked ChatGPT what this was, and it called it a cluster chord. To me, it just looks like a bunch of notes playing together, but that sounded good to me, right? So we learned the theory. From there, if you find you want to risk it a bit, then you start to kind of break that theory that you've learned. So I'm going to leave that. So now I need to make it work by seeing where I'm headed. And I'm headed to the basic chord, which is going to resolve it. Which to me doesn't sound tensionful. It sounds like, no, that doesn't sound dark. So I might decide to do this, leave that there and see what happens. I like that, but it sounds way too high for where I'm at. So then I would move this down and see what happens here. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm going to keep it going, right? So I'm going to go G, boom, maybe add one more note here and see what that sounds like. Not bad, not bad. Let's try this. Nah, that is a little too happy. That was sick, that was sick. And then the last one, we need to make it feel a lot bigger. So I might choose to go here and maybe here, the E. And now let's hear it. Let's bring this down here too. What the fuck? Second, the easiest thing to do to resolve is to go back to this. So if we know this is what people want to go back to, then we can hold out on this as much as possible. And that just makes you feel like like what the fuck, you know, there's this weird sense in your body, right? Because of the notes, the combination of notes. Something's wrong. You can't tell what. If you stay there for long enough, you will definitely get people leaving the dance floor, I feel. But if you do it just right and resolve just right, then I think you have something in your hands. A banger, bro. Anyways, I want to show you guys this. I want to show you something practical that you can do in your next song. So if you want a bit of homework, try out using suspended chords in your next song. Or try out just doing a cool chord progression like that. Be like the Prodigy, you know, be like the Paradox 6 demo. Be like you, motherfucker. Excuse my language, sorry. Anyways, you guys take care. You guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll catch you next time for another video. Peace out, Evo fam, Ninja fam. Let's get it.